So what we're not doing, remember what our niche and our model is. Our niche is business travelers, right? And our model is shared professional housing. And so the shared professional housing model, what that says is that when these business travelers come to stay in our places, they're not coming to take over the whole house. They're coming because they want a room inside of that house, and they're going to share the common area. We do it that way because we like to do it that way because it is more it gives us more control. It is less risk, and in most cases, it's going to be more profitable.
And like we've been getting a lot of questions as to if why we do private rooms instead of whole houses, and we have three big reasons, three main big reasons why we do it. The first is control, the second is less risk, and the third is more profit. Okay, those are the three big reasons why we do private rooms instead of entire places. And we'll just run through exactly what those mean. Control and less risk kind of are one and the same, but they're such big points that we've kind of put it into.
More control, we have more control of the place when we do it that way, because we can come and go 24/7 in our place, regardless if the place is full or no one's there at all.
With private rooms versus entire places, in private rooms, there's, say if you have 4 bedrooms, right? There's a different guest in every single bedroom, okay? When you have an entire house, there's only one guest on the reservation and a bunch of people that they might bring in. You don't really know what's going on if you're listing an entire place, because an entire place, it is solely for that guest. You can't go in and out. It's private. You don't really know exactly what's going on in that house. When
until after they leave,
kind of staying until after they leave. In private rooms, there's depending on how many rooms are occupied, there's up to 4 people. If you have a 4-bedroom house, there's up to 4 different guests staying in that place. So if one guest, right, is being a knucklehead or drinking or smoking or breaking all these house rules, you have control over that entire situation because you can still enter that house. Okay, you can enter that house, or a guest will tell you when another guest is acting up, or your cleaners will tell you when another guest is acting up, because there's people consistently in and out. Whether it's you, another guest, or your cleaners, you can ensure that they're taking care of it because there's so many people in and out. So that's what we say by control. You have control of these situations, instead of in an entire house where you might not have more control.
Less risk, because you always know pretty much what's going on in the place, because you're always coming and going. Your cleaners are always there with eyeballs on the place. You also have guests that are always there checking in and checking out. And if there's something that's going on that's outside of house rules, or that might be a little suspect, then you're going to find out very quickly via either your cleaners or via one of the other guests, right? And so again, no surprises, and again, lot less risk of things happening and then you finding out well after it's too late, after they checked out, right?
In a whole house, you don't know what someone's doing in there until after the guest is gone. So you don't know whether they're breaking things or smoking or drinking until your cleaners have gone in and noticed that your place is a wreck or something like that. But also they could be having a party in there, right? And you don't know because there's no one else in there. It's just that guest.
Because you haven't seen the place in 2 weeks or 3 weeks while they were there.
The only time that you know that a guest is partying or trashing your house or playing extremely loud music is when the police is called or the property owner is called. And those are 2 people that you don't want called before you. So that ties into less risk, right? Now you've kind of ruined the relationship, the trust. So if they have any other properties, they're not going to give it to you. Now they're on your tail 24/7. And it's just, these are people we don't want or need involved.
And then also from a less risk perspective, when someone books a place like that, a whole house, and say they book it for a couple weeks and they're paying a few $1,000s for that place, if that thing cancels, there's a significant portion that you could lose. It's not as simple for you to fill that as it is when you have the professional room. If you got $3,000 worth of bookings in a place and you got 4 bedrooms booked and one person cancels, what is that? That's a small piece. Everything else, you still got the cash flow coming in. And those people get to, like, those rooms get filled a lot faster because they're not a whole party coming to take over the whole house. It's not where they have to coordinate between all these different people to determine, you know, are we going to take this one? We're going to take that one. No, it's just one person or 2 people, and they're pretty nimble. They get to move quickly. So it's easier to keep places, you know, booked as well. And again, it is in most cases more profitable by anywhere between 25, 50 to even 100%.
Just stop playing with us.
I'm not playing, and I'm ready for number 3. I have enough stuff for number 3. I'm just slow to the show.
In my Bible, it says lying is not good.
In my Bible, it says you have not because you asked not, and I'm asking for this.
So hold on, wait.
Don't come with me with the King James, the NIV, New Living. Don't come with it.
All right, so hold on. You said 650. All right, so 4,300 is what she's gonna be bringing in at 85%. We're gonna subtract $600 rent from that. Like, this is crazy. We're
Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Fayetteville. Multiply that times 12. That's $44,000 after she paid her rent.
I'm trying to replace my income. That's why I got to get the 3rd and 4th one.
Oh my goodness, that's a wonderful thing.
But more profit is the last one. So, I mean, Jim teaches this all the time, but it's proven true. When you have private rooms instead of entire places, you're making more profit for that place.
Let's say, for instance, you're charging $45 a night. That's $1,300 a month, right? You might, if you list the whole house, you might be able to get, depending on your area, that much for 1 or 2 nights. But, you know, they come few and far between. You might have a booking at the beginning of the month, and then you'll have 3 weeks, empty before you get another booking.
Yeah.
Private rooms, you're always booked. And if somebody decides to extend their reservation, that's even more money. You don't have to clear out the whole house or the room for somebody to stay long term. So that plays another part of it. You might be paying $1,300 for the month, and then they decide they want to stay longer for the next month. You're getting another $1,300, and that's also $1,300 in each other 3 of the 3 bedrooms in that house. So 1,300 times 4, I believe it's like 5,300. So that's where the more profit comes from.
But you're making more money right, that way than if you were doing an entire house. Maybe not I guess at first, but when all 4 rooms are booked for 80-90% of the month versus an entire place that's only booked maybe 50% of the month, you're making up some type of money with those 4 rooms versus if you're just renting out an entire place and hoping that somebody books it. So more profit is definitely a fact. It's proven real that you're gonna make more profit when you're doing private rooms instead of an entire place
To happen.
My room and my 4 rooms that I have in Florida, with just one of those rooms booked, I'm almost paying. It almost pays for rent just with one room. I think if one room's fully booked, I make about $1,600 for the month. If it's booked, like if someone books for an entire month, it's $1,600 for one room, and my rent is about $2,100. So with just one room, my rent is basically almost paid. So with 2 rooms, it's paid.
Everything else is profit.
So it's profitable. It's way more profitable than private rooms. And it's just proven, it's been proven, true. So those are the 3 main reasons why we do private rooms instead of entire houses. I don't know if anybody had any questions regarding that, but I know that we were getting a lot of questions whether or not you should. But what me and Tina will tell you is these are the 3 main reasons why we personally do private rooms instead of entire places.
Why we teach it.
You know, if a situation presents itself that that you would like to consider doing an entire place, we're not going to tell you to not do it. It's definitely your call. We're not here to tell you what to do. If that's something that you want to do, we can definitely help you navigate through it, as we are also navigating through learning, that process. But it's not something that we highly encourage. But again, if it's something that you want to do, we can help you navigate through it.
So the private rooms have been proven because we do it ourselves. So that is why we teach all of you the way that we do things, because it's been proven. It's been proven to work. We all do it. Jim does it. We want you all to have the same success, if not more success than we are having.
So everything plays a factor, and there's a million reasons, but those are the 3 main reasons. So
Hey guys, it's Jim. I hope you're enjoying the series of videos that I'm putting out of my new student hosts. There's a couple that I put out before this, a couple that I'm putting out after as well. It's all real informative stuff to help you in your journey with Airbnb passive income. And if you do enjoy it, I'd ask you to do a couple things. One, if you're watching this on YouTube, like and share the video, and subscribe to the channel. And if you're not on YouTube, go ahead over to the channel and subscribe, like and share the video. Be passive income to be able to support the vision that God's given you for your life. And then also, I don't know if you know, but I also have a semi-private group where we're in there and we share a lot of things in the group. You're able to kind of see more of what my students are doing, and also what some of the other folks that are doing that are just trying to get started. And if you're already in it, great. You're already in the group. You know what we're doing, and glad to have you. Now, the last thing is this. If you're already in the group, or if you're not in the group and you're not a student, and you like the information that the free information that I'm sharing, and you feel like maybe this would be a great fit for you as far as being able to, do Airbnb passive income without owning property, then schedule a one-on-one with me. I'd love to meet with you. As you know, I love helping people start and grow their $5,000 to $15,000 a month Airbnb passive income business without banks, without experience, and without owning property. And if it is a great fit and I'm able to give you an invitation, because my academy is invitation only, get you enrolled and get you started today. And with that said, I want to thank you for watching, and I look forward to meeting with you and working with you in the very near future. God bless you.